I must be out of my mind. Hello, all the crazy people out there. My name is Dragonite, and welcome to Pokemon Sun. That doesn't sound right. So, as far as I mentioned that my team was going to be a little funny this time around, and one of those funny things about this team this time around involves trading something from another game. Because there's actually going to be two of these. One which I believe is not available in Pokemon Ultra Moon, and one which just would be available like way towards the end of the game, and I don't want to wait. And yeah. So to accomplish this, I went and acquired the necessary Pokemon in Pokemon Sun here. All right, I was having a panic attack for a moment because I was like, did my save get wiped? But no, my save should be on the cartridge and not on the SD card. I had to scrounge for a fresh SD card for my old Nintendo 3DS because well, let's just say that this Nintendo 3DS is very old. Some of the buttons in particular are not working quite as well as they were originally, and I have since succeeded it with a different Nintendo 3DS that I use for recording games and whatnot. But where were we? I'm gonna go and go to my PC and initiate a trade. I also just feel like it's slower, just like with loading times, especially like if I walk out the door in this old Nintendo 3DS, it's gonna take a couple of seconds to load the outside map, and I feel like it was a lot quicker when I was setting this up on my on my current system. Anyway,
Hey.
I am going to want to go to Quick Link. I think is local online. If you and a person who you want to play with both keep touching your lower screens, you'll be connected. So if I go over to my my other device, Quick Link over here, and I'm just gonna have to go and oh, I have to hold my finger down on it. I thought it meant like tap it repeatedly. We're gonna go and find a find Radical. I'm going to go and do a link trade, and let's see. So on this device, I am going to, oh man, I can't remember which one of these Dratini I actually wanted to trade. Let me actually go and look through the summary real quick, because I did breed for natures and whatnot here. Alright, we're going to be going with this one. I'm going to put you on the trading block. I'm going to go hop over to my other game, and, like, I'm just going to go and toss Wingull out here. I don't really have, I just caught this thing just for fun a little while ago. I don't really have any particular attachment to it. And we are going to go and, wait, really? Oh, that was a warning. I thought it said a communication error has occurred, like it in past tense. Alright, so we're gonna try not have any communication errors occur. My other 3DS is plugged in, and this, the one that's recording currently is at full battery. So I mentioned that there was a problem that prevented me from doing this like 2 videos ago, and that problem is just that like the battery in this original Nintendo 3DS was like dead, and I had to go online and find a replacement. Wasn't expensive, which surprised me a little because I wasn't sure if like this many years after the 3DS's discontinuation the like supply of the old batteries was gonna start drying up, but no. I think it cost me like $9 plus shipping, something like that. But we have sent Dratini over to my Pokemon Ultra Moon game. Let's see. Oh, I kind of wish I was capturing off the other one now because we get to see the Pokedex screen for like we have registered a new Pokemon in our Pokedex or something like that, but that's all right. Let's see. I think we're done here. There's I will be returning to this device later for various other things, but we'll get to that when we get to that. I would like it to. Oh, I've got to hit A on this one. All right. Let me see. Let me plug the capture device into the other one now. Yeah, Dratini, the dragon Pokemon. It sheds its skin almost on a daily basis and grows larger. Its skin is so soft just after it's been shed. Good to know. All right. I think we can exit this trade. Again, I will be back here later on. Yes, I will quit the Pokemon trade, and we can return to the game. Alright, so this is not the first time that I've done trading with myself in a Pokemon Let's Play, right? But that's, I'm sure it also won't be the last. But it's, something I like to do once in a while. Not every Pokemon Let's Play merits, something like this, but we're going to, let's just say, shut off this one device. And we can be on our merry way. Alright, so I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm not going to go into too much detail with what I'm going to do with this team just yet. Although if you know where this name comes from, you may have an inkling of what that's going to be. But this is going to be an adamant nature. It's going to have its hidden ability, Marvel Scale. I did say that this run was going to be a little bit of a challenge mode for most of the game, so I figured that I might as well give this thing its hidden ability just to not put me at like a complete disadvantage. You are going to be level 1. Let's see. Can I move you to the second slot in my party? Oh, that's the Y button. Huh. Right. Anyway, we're gonna be going with, actually, I guess I'll put Strewn out in front of Pico for just a little while, because she is gonna be level 1. And we would like to catch up on that a little bit. But I think we can be on our way. Let's see. So I said that I was gonna turn off the experience share, or the experience all, whatever it's called in this game, so that we can have a bit more of a challenge, and I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm not gonna turn it on. I am gonna be like Magikarp switching my my weaker Pokemon so that they gain experience without actually having to risk, you know, being clobbered. Just for a little while. Hopefully I won't have to do that for too long. Dratini isn't a very good Pokemon, and it's gonna be until like what, level like 30 before it evolves, so we might want to be a little bit on top of that. But that's going to be a problem for future me. So this is Hyoli City, the shopping district, apparently. If I run... Am I going to go talking to every NPC? I felt like there was someone hiding behind the wall and laid right into it with a karate chop. After all, a karate chop makes it easier to deal a real devastating critical hit. Yes, I can see that, actually. I hope whoever owns that wall doesn't mind. Anyway. How? I thought I recognized the sound of those feet. So what do you think? Hyoli is something else. Hyoli is something, eh? Alola's got to be the best place ever to live. Oh yeah. Hey Drago, come in here with me. I've got a good idea for something you could do. Is this where we start buying clothes? Because I remember this was about the point in the series where that started being a big thing. Like, you could do a little bit of an X and Y, but the selection wasn't amazing. And in Sun and Moon, I believe the selection of clothing started to take off. But anyway, I got a Poke Finder. It's a tool that lets you take photos of Pokemon. Oh, I also remember that. Yeah, Rotom will help point out places where you'll be able to take photos too. Here, I'll read you the instruction manual. Alright, we're not going to read the instruction manual. Is this something I want to do now? I feel like this is something I might go around to Alola doing, like, in post-game and just taking pictures of stuff and having, like, a Pokemon Snap episode or something. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll do that now, but I do feel like that's something that I would like later. Let's see. Is there, is this the photography club or something? Or can we actually buy clothes here? No? You're just going to tell me about photography? Alright, it's like an art gallery. 10 Carat Hill. Apparently only the locals are allowed to go in. I wonder what kind of Pokemon live in there. Excuse me? You're doing research, are you? 10 species of Pokemon for my sample survey. Okay, so as soon as I find 10 species, I can return to you and you'll probably give me like a berry or something. Alright. I'm sure I'm not gonna remember that little mini side quest, but we'll play along. Alright, Hop. Drago, how? Did you visit the Tourist Bureau? How was it? We got his Rotom Dex upgraded. Now it can take pictures, too. What a wonderful little helper you are, Rotom. Get in the bag, Rotom. Or Nebby, or whoever you are. I think I was right the first time. Huh? What was that for? Go and put that little trickster in your bag. Alright, I was doing a bit there, but I guess Hao is gonna play along. It's time we take care of our stomachs, so he's gonna run off. I remember that he had a thing for food, and I've gone on record in Let's Plays of the past saying that if anyone had one, like, if anyone's personality was built around one singular character trait, being hungry all the time would probably do it for me. But, anyway, maybe Rotom wanted to get your attention because it wants to take photos with you. I think I'll go stop by the apparel shop and do some shopping of my own. Alright, you have fun with that. So, I did like a little bit of this. I usually do a little bit of like, clothing customization in Pokemon games, but not like a lot. I'll probably I'll make an attempt to remember to come back to do this at a later point in the game, because I'm not going to have a lot of money right now. Oh yes, we're going back to that place where you karate chop the wall. I hear tutorial music, so I guess we're going to have no choice. Alright. Tap me when the icon changes on the map and we can take some snapping photos. Yeah, so that's going to be the right trigger button. Alright. Can I actually use the gyro here, or am I going to only... I can use the gyro here. Alright. So if I hit R... It's not like... it's not an amazing gyro, so it might be easier to actually just use the thumbstick, but... can I zoom in? Oh, I can toggle on and off the gyro controls. Hang on, where's my stylus? Alright, gyro's off. That's probably going to be a little bit easier because, like, I was holding it pretty still and it was still drifting slightly. And then, of course, I can go and hit the center button or the trigger on the device. Alright, you've taken all the pictures you can, and I mean, they're pretty much all the same, just with slightly different shadows on the ground. Alright, this one's angled a little bit up. Let's go with this one. No, I said yes. Yes, please. Alright. In-universe Pokemon social media is a lot nicer than, like, real-life Pokemon social media. Anyway, so we'll play that little mini-game. Again, probably later. Maybe towards the post-game I'll do, like, a Pokemon Snap Blitz or something like that. But, we can close the Pokefinder and we'll be on with our day. Alright. It's best to try to photograph Pokemon head-on and zoomed in as close as possible. Can I zoom? I didn't see a zoom button. Whatever. If you want to know more about the Pokefinder, well, just keep taking tons of photos. Alright. Let's see. I feel like there should be, like, some kind of secondary analog stick that I can use to rotate the camera here, because I'm just used to playing games like that now, but we'll, the camera in this game is pretty fixed. We don't have control over that. Even on, like, the new 3DS, which I'm using right now, I can't use that little miniature C-stick for this sort of thing, which is a shame. I don't think there were many games that really made use of that. But anyway, do you pick out your own clothes? Yeah, I definitely do. This outfit that I'm wearing definitely has the look of someone who just, like, picks up the first item of clothing off the clearance rack and says, that's good enough for me. Oh. I was the 99,999th customer to visit the store. I don't know, that sounds like a marketing gimmick to me. But I already have the same one, so I thought that maybe you might want it. Thanks, I guess. That's a lens case. Looks like we have something in common now, don't we? Alright, Lily, stop flirting. You're making this awkward. Let's see. So, a salon and an apparel shop. Can I do haircuts in this game too? I remember doing a lot of haircut stuff in Legends Arceus, but I don't remember doing it in any of the other games. I can't remember. Let's see. Sure. I can cut, and color, or do nothing. Alright, 5,000 Poké-Dollars, sure. It would be nice if, like, I could actually see what the choices were before forking out the money, but money in Pokemon games is more than plentiful, so I guess I'm not really worried about that. So you're going to medium and layered, smooth, short and layered, Kaiser, medium quiff, braided cornrows. Are these the same choices that were in... Oh, I wouldn't be the same choices for me, because I played as the girl in Legends Arceus. There's no long option. I feel like I got annoyed about that in Pokemon Sun, too, whenever I did that Let's Play. There's no, like halfway down my back, like, Albus Dumbledore length option, which I feel like there should be. Let's go with medium and layer, just because it sounds a little bit messy. Alright. Color-wise, black, honey blonde, dark brown, ash brown, caramel blonde, platinum blonde, pink brown. Alright, I just wanted to see what the options were. I didn't really intend on changing my hair color. I did pick the random, like, the random appearance at the beginning of the game, and aside from, like, the haircut, maybe, I kind of plan on just keeping it that way. Dark brown, yeah, let's just, I assume Honey Blonde is what I am right now. If it changes, I don't really care that much, but... Oh no, that actually is like a bright yellow. Alright, whatever. We can do that. And I hope we'll see you again soon. You probably won't, unless you unlock more, like, ridiculous hair colors. I'll come back when you have, like, blue hair dye available or something like that. Anyway, the apparel shop, you're gonna give me a scarf. A silk scarf. Alright, that's a hold item. Power up normal type moves. Let's see. Again, I don't really expect that there's gonna be a lot of choices for me at this point in the game. In the apparel shop. But I will... Contacts. Oh, contact lenses. I thought it was like camera lenses. That's right. You can do that. Let's see. I'm gonna just have a look through this, and I'm sure there's gonna be more stuff unlocking throughout the game. A Lola shirt, black, green. Alright, it's a Hawaiian. Tank tops. Plain t-shirts. Polo. The more interesting patterns, and I'm gonna actually look at my actual 3DS because it's a little small. And I can put this right up to my face, but I like the patterns. I like patterns on t-shirts in real life. Half of my shirts in real life are like things with math jokes on them, as you could probably guess. But yeah, with the I don't see any options for math joke shirts, but let's just go with a nice pattern, I guess. And later on, I'll look through like the pants and socks and what have you. Alright, I actually like that color scheme. Let's go with that. 980. It's a pretty good GPU back in the day. I will put on my latest purchases. Let's see. I think that's gonna be good enough, and we can be on our way. So, let's see, what was it? I think every time I like unlocked a new map or something in Legends Arceus, I went back to the clothing shop and changed my look. Made a huge joke about like bundling up when we went to the Frozen Tundralands, but let's carry on. So this is the shopping mall closed for renovation. Is that like the designated shopping mall in the game? It's available early, but it's going to be closed until a little later point, I guess. The more you walk with your Pokemon, the friendlier they grow towards you. That is how the happiness stat works. Let's see. Is Pokemon a Mia thing in this game? I can't remember. I think that might have just been X and Y. Anyway, Captain Lima here. So you spotted me sticking up one of these lovely stickers, have you? You vandalized the town? Oh yes. If a young trial goer gets these stickers as they travel and follow the path they indicate, they will quite likely naturally progress along their island challenge. Really, if I had to describe them, I would say that these stickers really save trial goers like you. What? But I can't let my guard down. Those Team Skull Thugs have far too much time on their hands, and they're always trying to get in the way of trainers on their island challenge. I have to keep an eye on them to be sure that they don't take down my stickers. I've actually just had a report that Team Skull was seen making trouble in town. I suppose I should go have a look. Well then, I hope you'll have a delightful time running about searching and collecting totem stickers. Okay, what is the deal with this Team Skull, though, Rodon wants to know. Yeah, so do I. Well, I mean, like, I kind of know what they were about in previous Pokemon games, but, like, why? Anyway, a journey is made by those who travel with you, and compassion makes the world go round. Let me share this with you, young trial goer. So you are going to give me a heal ball, okay? I'll make use of that whenever I go to catch a new team member. Let's see. If I go into the Pokemon Center, I guess I'll heal. I can never remember if healing at the Pokemon Center is what registers it on your map, or if you just have to walk in the front door. I'm gonna heal anyway, just because it takes 2 seconds. Anyway, let's see. You're gonna tell me about medicine. Guess we're still early in the game, and that might be a bit of useful information. What is this favor? I'm pretty relaxed and laid back. A bit too relaxed, actually. I may be wasting my life. Relatable. So I want to learn a more speedy way of life from a Pokemon. I've heard that there's a Pokemon called Abra in the tall grass in Hyoli City. Will you catch one for me and register it in your Pokedex? I heard that it's so speedy that it runs away instantly, though. Yeah, that's the ability. That's not necessarily the speed stat. Alright, so if I actually do that, I will come back here and talk to you, but I probably won't remember. I really want your side. Come on, let's trade again. All right, you guys are playing the Game Boy or whatever that is. I can't tell what that's supposed to be that you're holding. I can't see if there's like 2 screens on there or just one. Anyway, let's see. Use the same. You're gonna tell me about same type attack bonus. You are the move deleter. Early in the game for you too. I don't really want my Pokemon to forget any moves, thank you. But we'll that's not really something you have to do in this game now that HMs, field moves, are like not locked onto your Pokemon. We don't have any yet, but we'll be seeing that soon enough, I think. A nice cold Pokemon in there. Halola. Can't think of a more pleasing combination. Petting a fluffy Pokemon is pretty much the best feeling ever. I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong. If you cuddle with your Pokemon using Pokemon Refresh. Alright, so that's what it is in this game, not a me. Then they'll try harder for you in battle. Alright, you can even tell them to shake off nasty status conditions like poisoning. Oh yeah, that's in addition to the regular happiness stat, which is just... It doesn't really do much in the game besides a couple of evolutions and affecting the power of moves like Return and Frustration and whatnot. Like, happiness doesn't really do much. Playing with the affection stat is what I was kind of getting at with Pokemon and me a little while ago, and that's going to be a Pokemon Refresh. That's actually going to have combat combat consequences. So like if you pet or feed your Pokemon, they'll have some chance of you know, just curing status on their own, or surviving a hit that they wouldn't have otherwise. I think it can also affect like critical hit rates and that sort of thing. Just gonna pat you on the head. Head pats, Pico. Pico, like the actual my sister's cat does like it when I do that. It's a little more sociable than your stereotypical house cat is, but he's a friendly ball of fluff. All right, you Danger Noodle. Yes, Strewn. I don't think I've actually said your name out loud so far. Not gonna 100% like explain the joke of what that's all about and what we'll be doing later on with names. But if you know where that's from, and if you're aware of the other game that I'm doing a Let's Play of alongside this one, you probably can put 2 and 2 together, figure it out. All right. So there's going to be more that we can do with that later. I think there's also like beans that you can feed your Pokemon. I don't believe that is available to us yet. I think that's going to be one of these things that will unlock on the menu later on. But let's see. There was something about like tall grass in Hyoli City here that I could find an Abra in, and I don't actually know where that is. Is that another one of those stickers? Yes. Alright, you can't hide from me. So the Collectathon has got to do the Collectathon. Not the biggest fan of Collectathons, but we will pick up any stickers whenever I see them just to see how many I can, you know, how many I can find before the end of the game. What is this? This is a fairly nice house. A little treat from a far-off region. Is this going to be like a Rage Candy Bar? Lumio Skelette. Alright, so it was one of the regional full heals. You want to study abroad. Ilima gained the captainship because he exudes pure skill. Seeing him is like looking back at myself, back on stage and in the spotlight again. Alright, so you're some sort of performer or another. There's a Drifblim over here. The Prince of the Schools... The Prince of the Trainer's School. They may think he looks princely, but if you knew the true Ilima, you'd probably call him a fanatic more than anything. He's wild for that. Yeah, most people in Pokemon games tend to be like that. Alright. Oh, so this is Ilima's household, I guess. Machamp is a great helper. Sometimes Pokemon are good at things that people aren't, and the opposite is true, too. Alright, is it worth... I can't go into the rooms. I was gonna say, is it worth going into every single one of the rooms and talking to every single garbage can or something? But it doesn't look like I actually can. This looks like a door that I can interact with. 2 monitors. Alright. Trophy. I'm assuming this is Ilima's office or something like that. And that's another one of the totem stickers. So, what are there, 100? I'm gonna assume that there's 100. I forget if they said how many there were or not. But, let's see. Oh, is there a sign on the door that I can read? No. That's just the interactive prompt. I'm gonna assume that there's 100 of those stickers. We'll see how many I can find as we go along. All right. Let's see. In the original Sun and Moon, what were they? They were like Zygarde cubes or something like that, and you could assemble a partial Pokemon. It was weird, depending on how many you collected. Like, you had like 50% power Zygarde or 80% power Zygarde. It was weird. But, oh, you can heal status effects like with the medicine to be found in Pokemon Refresh. Interesting. But, in any case, whatever that was, the Zygarde cubes have apparently been replaced with these totem stickers. I see another one just hanging off that wall. There's a lot of them. Can I go in this way? Yeah, alright. 4 totem stickers. They're not, like, that well hidden yet. One of them inside kind of was, because it was, like, you could only see it from, like, one side of the bookshelf. Caution, wet paint. Fine. Alright, there's tall grass over there. I don't know how I get in it. What's this building? This video might run a little bit long. I'm not entirely sure how much is going to be cut out with, like, trading and whatnot, but I do want to, I want to get through the entire city in one video. I don't want to cut it off in the middle or anything like that, but you're going to tell me about berries. Trainer Passport. Is it true that Meowths from Kanto are different from the Meowths here in Alola? Yep. That was one of the original regional variations they started doing in Gen 7. Alright, keeping our city clean and supporting folks who work at the Pokemon Center, those are the things the City Hall handles, too. Alright. Oh, that's why you were asking me about my passport. Ghastly. You're gonna get married, are you? Alright. We're here to apply for a marriage license. It's a good thing you don't need one of those for, training Pokemon. Like, can you imagine giving out Pokemon trading licenses to just random 10-year-olds who waltz in the door? I'm busy thinking about what kind of city we should make our Hyole into. It's got to be convenient for people living here and for Pokemon living here, too. Alright. I'm not going to go talking to every single person in City Hall. There's quite a few of them. I see a sticker. Alright. Ribbons. Are there ribbons in this game? I don't remember there being ribbons in Sun and Moon. Maybe that's new in this game. Maybe I've just forgotten. Alright. Enough of that. Let's get on out of here, and I think we can, be on our way. Where's Hop? I mean, how? This is already getting to me. Hopefully by the end of the game I'll figure it out. But, why we have so many patches of grass right here in the city. Young Yalima and his Smeargle are always working hard to keep the gates around the grass looking tip-top as well. Captain should be responsible types after all. Alright, so once the wet paint dries... How? How is it? I was gonna make a joke there, and then I stopped and I got confused. How's it? If you're looking for good eats, you found him. That's a Slurpuff on the sign. Plus, Malasadas make Pokemon like you. Make Pokemon like you. Make Pokemon like me. Alright. Either implying that I am a kind of Pokemon that... Whatever. Alright. The difference the emphasis in a sentence makes. Who could resist giving their Pokemon a few Malasadas, eh? They're just so cute. Yo, 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 check it out. Whenever we meet you, Team Skull doesn't even greet you. Please don't ask me to rap. I'm bad enough when it comes to, like, destroying classic rock songs on April Fool's Day. I'm not gonna try and ruin another genre of music as well. Anyway, you're part of Team Skull, huh? All you guys ever do is steal totem stickers and people's Pokemon and get in the way of people's island challenges. You know it. We hate the island challenge, yo, and every kid fool enough to try it. Yo, let's check these fools. Alright, so is this gonna be a battle? Let's teach these Team Skull jerks not to get in the way of anyone's island challenge. So this is gonna be our first fight against Team Skull, or I can just wander off. That's fine, too. You guys are gonna have to wait. I'm hungry. Alright. It is the miraculous Munchie born in Alola. Welcome to the neighborhood Malasada shop. What kind of Malasada would I like? Any kind that I can, like, have in real life, because I am kind of hungry. Alright, who are we giving this to? Strewn. You just had a long journey over the internet, or I guess not over the internet, but over, like, local wireless, from Pokemon Sun to Pokemon Ultra Moon here. So you're gonna give the Hungry Dratini the sweet Malasada. I looked up what this was, back in Pokemon Sun when I did that Let's Play. I can't remember. I don't think I've thought about it since then, but The people in this game like it, so I'm gonna assume, from a phrase meaning poorly cooked, I don't think there's anything poor about them. Alright. But I'm gonna assume they're tasty because How never shuts up about them, if memory serves. Whenever I hang around the other ladies from the office, they always humble brag about their families while pretending to be complaining. I'd much rather hang about here by myself and see if I can set a new record for the most malasadas eaten in a single sitting. Alright, you've got your priorities in order. Let's see. The Pokemon just tried to freshly just fried malasada, so I assume it's going to be some kind of fresh food. Alright, you know what? Fine. We're going to open up an internet browser and, what is malasada? Malasada is a Portuguese fried pastry from the Azores. It is a type of donut made from flattened round of yeasted dough coated with sugar and cinnamon or accompanied by molasses. I want. Where can I get these? Am I really gonna do this? Alright, maps.google.com. Where can I get malasada, like, around me? None in my town. Apparently the next town over has some place that sells it or something like that. Interesting. Well, I'll have to keep that in mind. Alright, enough of that. We're gonna get out of here, and... is there can I just keep ignoring you two idiots? No? Where do you think you're where do you think you'll be stepping off to, little man? You ain't even fought me yet. Alright, fine. You there! Super Kahuna's grandson or whatever, we're not a fan of you. Do I have to talk to How? Do I have to talk to you from the front? Alright, I guess I have to talk to you from the front. Ooh, Team Skill battle music. It's been a while since I've thought about this. I think this is the same Team Skill battle music as it was the first time, unless there's like a remix that kicks in halfway through or something like that. Anyway, Team Skill Grunts is sending out Zubat. I'm gonna send out Dratini, who is probably not really gonna be able to do much against you. What level are you? Level 9 versus level 1? Yeah, let's perhaps not sit in for this. Yeah, Struan, come on back. Pico. Pico cover for me. We're gonna go and use Astonish. You know, Astonish might not have KO'd Struan at level 1. Not that I would have stayed in anyway, because it's not like I can really do much against you at level 1, but let's go and use Ember, and this is gonna be a 3 at KO. Unless you get a burn or a critical hit, which I guess isn't out of the question. Yeah, and Astonish again. That's going to be not very effective. 10 base power, I think. Oh, it seems to be a neutral hit. Is Astonish a normal type move in this game? I thought it was a ghost type move. Anyway, Pico's going to grow to level 12. And that's going to be, Struan's going to grow to level 2. I'm sure that we're going to get probably 2 or 3 levels out of this. 2, 3, 4, 5... Wants to learn Thunder Wave. Yes, please. We will be learning Thunder Wave. Oh, that's right. I also have Dragon Dance and Extreme Speed from Egg Moves. Definitely going to keep Extreme Speed. For now, let's get rid of Rap, because Rap sucks. And... boys. I guess you also get an boosted amount of experience for being traded. Which is also going to help me a little bit. You grew like halfway. You caught up to me halfway just in that one fight that you didn't even participate in. Alright. We don't need your whack little amulets anyway. Wouldn't even take him if you gave him to us. Those Team Skill jokes really must have too much time on their hands, yeah. But keeping other people from doing their island challenges just isn't going to make it like they managed to finish theirs, you know? I already went down to the marina and screamed out over the ocean, "Watch out, world! Someday I'm gonna beat it, even my old grandson in an all-out serious battle." So maybe I'll go find some more totem stickers next. See you around. All right, have fun with that. What a lovely little battle you showed us there against Team Skull. My thanks to you and your Pokemon. Why don't I heal your team to express my gratitude? All right. I must admit, I've been wondering about you since I saw you at the trainer school. Professor Kukui brought you along, and you and your Pokemon seem to defeat our teacher so effortlessly. Very well then. Allow me to see if you're ready for my trial. Alright. That's great, but that's gonna have to wait for the next video, I think. Yeah. We're gonna wait until I take you on. I'm gonna end this off. My name is Dragonite. This has been Pokemon Ultra Moon. Next time, I guess we're gonna fight a Lima. I guess that's our next store checkpoint or something like that. I'm just gonna, I guess, stand in front of this pool here, and is that a sticker inside the water? That's a sticker on the water. I don't have a fishing route, so I guess I'll have to go back for that one later. Anyway, you should all go check out Wizarducks and the Lost Hat, which is one of the games that I like to work on when I'm not doing YouTube stuff. Link to the Steam page can be found down below. And I will see you all later.